Hey guys, can you believe it's been 5 months that I have been living full-time in my RV? It's actually been 5 months and 2 weeks. Probably about 10 minutes into the video, I'm going to tell you guys the 3 things that I have learned that have been so important for RV living. And this is whether you're living in your RV or you're just taking your RV out to vacation. I also want to clarify something because a lot of people have been asking me questions about how I can afford this lifestyle and how I'm living in Freya, my travel trailer. And I think I just want to tell you a little bit of backstory if you're not familiar with it. I ended up having some major health issues. I got diagnosed with a brain tumor. I was dealing with an abusive ex-boyfriend, and because I didn't feel safe and a whole lot of other things, I ended up selling my house. I'm self-employed. I'm an automotive journalist and was going in last year without a contract, without any work. I had a debt. I didn't have a lot of savings, and the market in Vancouver was really good. I sold my condo, paid off all my debt, put money into savings, and I bought this travel trailer. And the intention was to live in the trailer and make it my new home. I got the thumbs up from my neurosurgeon that I was healthy, and I was like, fuck it. I hate the cold. Life is short, so let's go to Mexico. I had a chunk of money earmarked to travel. Now, the intention was, and the intention still is, to create some kind of online income so that I can continue to travel, continue to live this lifestyle, tell my story, and make money while I'm on the road. The last 5 months, I've kind of, I mean, as much as I've been living in the RV, the lifestyle has been a little bit more of, I'm going to say, vacationing. I've splurged on some things. I spent a little bit of money on some really nice RV parks, especially in Las Vegas. As much as I wanted to be working and blogging and vlogging, I knew that I was on a journey of kind of self-discovery, and I spent a lot of mornings getting up and doing yoga on the beach. I didn't want to work. I didn't want to be writing. I didn't want to have to think about that. Having a brain tumor and being told it's not cancer and going through recovery is something that I cannot put into words. And I just, like, life is short. Life is short. So I really just wanted to take the time to enjoy life and kind of figure things out later. I'm back in Canada. This is the last day I'm going to probably be in the RV. I'm sitting here in the storage area that Freya is going to be stored at. And I don't know what it's like in the United States or even the rest of Canada, but here in the greater Vancouver area, different cities and suburbs, Surrey, Langley, Aldergrove, North Vancouver, Abbotsford, all have different rules and regulations for parking a trailer, storing a trailer or an RV. Some municipalities don't actually allow you to even park an RV in your driveway. I don't know. I ended up in this long calling someone who said to call someone who said to call someone, and finally found a storage place for Freya. I'm paying $100 a month, which is not bad. Some of the storage places for a 30-foot trailer were $75, and some of them were as high as $130. So I think $100 is not bad. I have an appointment to take Freya in for warranty work. It just needs a few little things done. My oven hasn't worked in a really long time, but honestly, I haven't missed it. I've been grilling outside and I really haven't been using it, so not too concerned about that. My drawer fell out. One of the plugs isn't working. There's a leak in the window. The speakers outside aren't working, and I love my music. So it's funny, but not having the speakers outside has probably been the biggest or the hardest thing for me to deal with. I'm renting a room. I think I mentioned that already. And I'm going to look for a place to park in my RV and live in my RV. This has been a huge adjustment. I was an RV newbie and I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I made this adjustment. And the first 2 weeks, back in December, I had a complete breakdown, and I posted the video and I got a lot of crappy comments over it. But a lot of you said to me, like, this lifestyle's not for you. You're emotional and you're white privileged and you sell the RV, get out now while you can. And it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh because it took me 20 years to realize that the life I was living, that box I was trying to fit in, wasn't making me happy. Like, it took me 20 years to figure that out. You can't make a major life decision and decide whether you change your entire life and decide in 2 weeks or 5 months that it's for you or not. I think this is what is wrong with society. Everybody wants things to be easy. Everybody wants it to be easy, and you try something and it's hard. You try something and you fail, or you try something and you don't like it right away, so you quit. And my first 2 weeks living in this RV sucked. It was so bad. I was so unprepared. I was cold. I was miserable. But how can I make a major life change and decide whether I like it or not in 2 weeks and even 5 months? I'm committed to doing this for a year. 1 full year, a full season, 12 months. Now that I'm back home, I'm going to park the RV somewhere, go back to work, and give it a real go. It's the only way I'm going to know and what I know about myself. I cry, I'm emotional, I break down a lot. I do. But what I also know is that I learn and I get back up and I figure things out. And I know it's another reason why I felt the need to start this channel and share my story and inspire other people to take chances and take action, because most of us don't. When something's hard, half the time we don't even try. And then when it is hard, we quit. And that's not who I am. That's not the story I want to tell. That's not the legacy that I want to leave behind. Here I am, 5 months, 2 weeks into, let's say, full-time RV living. I mean, I've been in the trailer full-time this whole time, so I'm going to count that. Even though I haven't been working and living my normal life, I've been in the RV. And the first thing that has been imperative for me to understand is water. Fresh water, gray water, black water, water. Managing your water is very different if you're going to be boondocking or if you're staying in an RV park. It's going to be different if you're staying in an RV park in Canada, United States, or in Mexico. You also have to understand it's going to be different if it's just yourself traveling or you have people to come visit. Arizona to Las Vegas, and I had Chris and my mom with me. There were 3 people using my fresh water, and it was just, again, it wasn't something that I had accounted for when I was trying to fully understand my water management. Water management's also going to be very different when you're in hot climate versus cold climate. And that was the big problem I had when I first got into the RV back in the end of November, and it was snowing and it was cold. Thank God that was only an experience I had for a couple of weeks. But again, it's something different that you fully need to understand being in an RV. Okay, the second thing that you need to understand, you need to be confident in your towing ability. And this takes a lot of practice. And this also encompasses not just towing your trailer and driving your big motorhome, but also being able to hook up, unhook, stabilizing, leveling, just the whole gamut that's involved with towing. But the piece of it that I think is super important is the confidence. And I really believe the only way you can gain that confidence in towing is by practicing. As an automotive journalist, I'm a very confident driver. Towing this trailer didn't really intimidate me at all because I felt comfortable. I felt confident driving and in my driving skills. And if you're new at this, highly suggest doing a lot of practicing in your local neighborhood, maybe seeing if you can find some advanced driving courses to practice and get confident. You're going to have to back up and park. You're going to have to get in and out of some tight situations. When I was actually crossing over the border from Canada to the United States, I went into the wrong lane and I had to back up. Now, I had a couple border guards come out and direct me and hold off traffic, but the situation itself was already stressful. I mean, you're crossing into another country, whether you're doing this by foot or on plane or by car, like that situation is always stressful anyway. And I had to back up about 40 feet, nice and slow. I had two people, like I said, two border guards came out to help direct me. But if I wasn't confident in my driving skills, if I wasn't comfortable behind the wheel, that situation itself would have been horrible. I'm not the fastest, but being confident in towing your vehicle is imperative. Now, the last and third thing, advice or tip for my experiences of full-time RV living is being able to ask for help. Yeah, you guys nailed it. Those of you that were so nasty back in December with my video and were like, you were not prepared for this. I was not. Like, I'm not going to deny that. I was not prepared at all to be in my RV in the wintertime. It sucked. But I'll say this again. No amount of reading, watching YouTube videos, Googling will prepare you for the actual experience of doing. And this is not just RV living. This is like everything in life. It's very different to experience it. You can go and watch videos about how to drive, but it's very different getting behind the wheel of the car. That I really had to kind of check my ego and not be afraid to ask for help. I wanted very badly to do this myself. I was running away and just wanted to prove to myself that I was okay. And what I've really learned as well from posting these videos and connecting with so many of you is none of us have it all figured out. None of us do. And I'm not just talking about RV stuff. I'm talking about life. I've met so many RVers, and what I'm realizing is, you know, the theme of my channel and calling it the All Points Road Trip is started with the idea of like road trips are like life. And I can say that life is like RVing, because I don't care how much you know or how prepared you are, because I have met people that have been doing this for 20 years. They still have problems. Things break, things go wrong, things happen that are out of your control, and you really need to be able to deal with it. That's a part I'm struggling with. I had these moments where I'm not sure what I'm doing and I'm ready to throw in the towel on this. But I know a lot of you have gone through the exact same thing. I know a lot of you have had breakdowns or situations that have started to get you discouraged. But it is this reflection of life. Like, shit happens. And, you know, the journey for me and the experiences for me is that I need to learn to let go. I need to learn to relax. And like I said, I need to learn to ask for help. This community has been amazing. All of you guys have been incredible. And I can say this without a shadow of a doubt. Not only have I learned a lot about the RV lifestyle, but this journey and this experience has really taught me a lot about myself. I'm going to close her up today, and I'm going to get in my car and go check out some of the RV parks in the greater Vancouver area. There's like 10 or 11 of them. June 1st, maybe June 15th, I will have Freya parked permanently, or at least for the summer. Not permanently, because I want to travel again next year, but I want to have Freya parked June 1st, June 15th in an RV park for the summer, so that I can really experience what it's going to be like to living in the RV, getting back to work, going to the gym, doing grocery shopping at places I'm familiar with, and really living in the RV. So that's going to be my 6-month update. And thanks again, you guys. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. At this point, you got another like 4 months of videos coming from me at least, because like I said, I'm not throwing in the towel.